Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another review of Alchemy of Souls. I just got done watching the episode and I'm blown away of how badass this episode was. I mean, the first half of the episode was just action and truths being revealed. It did slow down a bit. I mean, you gotta calm it down a bit, makes sense. But then it just became more badass towards the end when the Crown Prince fought Wook. This episode made Wook look like a badass, so let's not beat around the bush. Let's get to it. So the first thing, KilJoo using the Alchemy of Souls trying to switch bodies with Wook. Now, as that process was happening, we saw it. You know, Wook's soul is there, we see KilJoo's soul is there. But then, Mudok, the real one, her soul grabs on to Wook, holds on to him, and then we come to find out that both Wook and KilJoo did not switch bodies. This scene revealed two things. One, how much Naksu cares for Wook. I love that. And two, Jinmu is not the real DanJu, it's someone else. And that person has the real Ice Stone. We later find out that the real DanJu is the queen of all people. And then later we see Wook following KilJoo. KilJoo is in a state of, I need to absorb a human soul. His skin is a darkish gray. He winds up in Lady Ho's room where him and Wook fought, and then later they fought again, and then KilJoo dies. Well, he dies from turning into stone. Wook has fought KilJoo in this episode, I think, 3 times. This is the most fight scenes that Wook has ever had by far. And what's funny is that the rumor that was spread around in this episode was it was Naksu, who was dressed in blue, who killed KilJoo. And the whole blue scarf mask thing, yeah, everyone was buying it. It was trending. Now, with the amount of intensity and action that they showed in the first half of this episode, they need to slow it down a bit. And why not do it with Love is in the Air? Let's start with Parkjin and DanJu. I love these two so much. I want these two to get together at the end. And I love that one scene where Parkjin grabbed her arm and puts her arm on his chest and they got closer. Now, I wasn't expecting a kissing scene, but it should happen. Second, we also got DanJu. He's making his move. You know, with that one scene with him and Choyeon with the 2 girls talking about the ring. These two are, well, we're seeing the progress of these two growing fondly of each other. Even though Choyeon may still have some feelings for Wook right about now, but keep that going and she'll definitely want to marry Dangu. And let's not forget about the Crown Prince. Now, when I was talking about the whole love situation, I forgot which episode it was, there were a lot of people who commented on my TikTok video saying, hey, you forgot to talk about the Crown Prince. I didn't forget. He's also in love because when he was looking at his maid, he mistook one of them as Mudok. And then we get to the duel. Finally, the Crown Prince versus Wook. I'm glad they didn't leave this episode on a cliffhanger before the fight or even during the fight because there's no way I'm waiting 1 week to watch it. It shouldn't take long. So Wook's plan going into the fight was to defend, but the only time he should attack is when the Crown Prince loses focus. Wook needed to use Tansu right away because the Crown Prince looked like he was really about to start attacking when he did that. So what Naksu did was cut her hand, threw a drop of blood to Wook, so Wook can use Tansu, shocking everybody and winning the duel. Now, after the fight, everyone was so curious, especially Jinmu, on how Wook learned Tansu without even mastering the other 3 techniques. Luckily, Master Lee came in and support everything that Wook said. What made this scene so badass even more was that all of the schools want to accept Wook into their training facility. You got Songnim, where he once was, but then he got kicked out. Then you got the Jin family, and then Master Ho's training facility, and then of course Jinmu's training facility, but he chose to go to Songnim. And after watching the trailer, it looks like Wook is going to be really popular in the training facility, and there's going to be some time apart between Mudok and Wook. This episode was just badass. I mean, giving us 3 fight scenes in the first half of the episode, making Wook look like a badass, giving us a shocking information about Jinmu not being the real DanJu, and the real DanJu is the queen. And let's not forget about the duel. This made Wook look like even more of a badass, knowing that he learned Tansu without even mastering the other 3 techniques. I appreciate this episode because it made Wook look like a serious character. The other episodes, yeah, there were times he was serious, but the majority of the time, he was a little bit lazy, sometimes complaining and whatnot. This saved his character, most definitely. And yeah, that's pretty much it on the episode and my review. If there's anything I might have missed, please leave in the comments below. Other than that, if you like this video, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya.